everyone, I am Terry Hartley at Rusty Barn Cards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I'm coming to you today from Florida. So today it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be sharing some cards in the mail, plus some swap cards from Onstage in Houston a few weeks ago, and we are going to make a quick card using a stamp set from the upcoming new annual catalog. Plus, if you place an order with me now through April 11th, you will receive a tutorial bundle with 51 tutorials in it. If your order is $50 or more, I will also send you a free embellishment. You do need to use the host code, which is in the description, and you also can write that down when I turn the camera down. So let's turn the camera down and let's do some stamping and sharing. All right, I'm going to share some cards in the mail. I just recently had a birthday and I received some cards. So I'm going to share those. Then I'm going to share a few swap cards. I didn't make a lot for Houston, but I did make a few, and I will share those with you. And then we'll make a card. So here is a very pretty card. I love the stitched flowers, and this is from Kim Lloyd. Thank you, Kim. And I love all of these layers and how this layer is embossed, the white layer. This card here is from my very good friend, Judy Newquist. And thank you, Judy, for sending this. I love how you added some flowers on top, and I love this background. So thank you very much. And the next card is from my team leader, Brandy Cox, and she has used one of our awesome cards from our kits that we have. So thank you, Brandy. And the next card is from Kathy McDaniel, and I love how she has used Designer Series paper and cardstock and that little butterfly. I love those brass butterflies. And then inside, past the message, she also added a strip of Designer Series paper. So thank you very much, Kathy. And then the next card is from my friend Maria Robinson, and Celebrate. And I love these letters that you can die cut. And then I love how Maria used the embossing folder, but notice how it's all different colors. So she has run this through on different cardstock, colors of cardstock, and then cut those in strips. Thank you, Maria. Love this card. Here is another card, and this card is from Bridget. And Bridget, I'm not for sure how to pronounce your last name, Valtane. Anyway, I love your card, and I love how you stamped and then stamped Happy Birthday on top of the flowered image. So pretty. Here is another card from a good friend of mine, Tracy Travis. And it's a shaker card. I think it's time for a celebration. So, love this card. I love shaker cards. I love all handmade cards. And thank you, Tracy, for that shaker card. This card here is one that you can stand up. And happy birthdays to you. And this is from Melissa Audrey. And thank you very much, Melissa. It is so pretty. So I hope those of you that are watching are getting some ideas for layouts that you can do with your paper and stamp sets. Here's a card from Heather in Minnesota. Thank you, Heather. I love this card. I love Granny Apple Green. And again, I love how you have stamped the image, the leaves, and then stamped best wishes. And thank you for your note inside. I had to show the envelope because no naked envelopes. And so I love not only stamping, but also coloring in all of the birds and the flowers and the leaves and the limb or the branch. Thank you, Janice Rogala, for this beautiful card. This is one of my favorite Designer Series paper from the celebration that ended the end of February. So thank you very much, Janice. This card here is from Anita. And Anita, I saw you at Onstage along with Travis and Tracy Travis and Maria, along with Susie Meadows, who wished me a happy birthday today. So thank you very much. I love your card, Anita. Again, I love how you embossed Blackberry Bliss, and then you also embossed the Designer Series paper. So I hope you enjoyed the cards in the mail. It is possible, because I am in Florida right now, we'll be going back to Iowa, that some cards did get, they might be in Iowa and not here where I'm at in Florida, but I will get all of the cards. So thank you for all of you that sent a birthday card to me. So I attended Onstage, and I just made about 13, 14 swap cards, and this is the swap card that I made using simply zinnias and just using the spotlighting technique. So I received 2 3D projects, What's Moo With You, and then it has cowtails inside, and this is Vicky Loswinski. So, and then my other 3D, and this was a little basket. It did not, the basket was in better shape when I was in Houston. It has a cute little handle using Perennial Lavender DSP, and with a little heart-shaped soap in it. Isn't that cute? And unfortunately, I do not remember who swapped with me for this. And then here is a card, and this is from Connie Douglas, my friend from Canada, and she's a demonstrator friend that we work together, and we also room together in Houston. So, and this is a card that has a belly band that you take off, but the surprises don't end yet. You open it up, and then it opens like this. Isn't that awesome? And then you can put the belly band back on. Another swap from Connie Douglas is a shaker card using Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper and the hummingbird. And hoping your birthday is wonderful. Another card in the swap, Floating By Just to Say Hi, the submarine that is so realistic. And I love like the waves. And then this opens up like this. And thank you, Lynn Zebra. I love your swap card. And then we have a masculine card that I received in the swaps. Happy Father's Day with vellum. And with stamping fish on the background with Lost Lagoon. Love it. And then inside with the lures stamped inside. And I love to fish. So this is a great card, great masculine card. And a Happy Father's Day. So did I mention this is from Denise and I-N-E-R Jorgensen, and I'm not sure if I don't know how to pronounce that second name. Then I received this from someone who lives in Texas, and they have the outline of Texas plus Texas bluebonnets, which is Texas's flower. So you have a package of seeds, and this is just darling. And I thought I had who this is from, but for some reason I don't. Oh, it's on the bottom. Okay, let me put it under the light. Michelle Haney, or Hanny. So, thank you, Michelle. I love swapping with you. Then I have another card swap. There's no bunny like you. I love lavender. So, Anita Peterson, thank you very much. And Anita, that's not your last name. I'm sorry. Anita Gross Clothes, okay? All right, if I'm saying that correctly. And I apologize if I mispronounce. And here's another Easter card. There's no bunny like you. And they have cut the rabbit out with our gingham paper and using the perennial lavender. And then they also put inside all the colors and everything that they used. And this is from Yvonne from Texas. So thank you. I love your card. And just a couple more cards. This is You're in My Thoughts. And again, I love purple. I love how the flowers are colored. And see, and embossed with gold. Can you see that? And not only did you just make the swap card and stamp inside, but you also stamped your envelope. So thank you very much, with Leona Winner. And then the next, I guess I have two more after this, and then we'll be ready to do some stamping. But I wanted to share my swap cards with you. I like how you use the Highland Heather for your card base, and then Basic White, and then used another layer of Highland Heather. And then our, I'm trying to think, meandering something. Let me look and see, because I have some of this paper. Meandering Metals. And you can, I love that DSP. And this card opens up like this. And thank you to Fran Lynn. Appreciate you swapping with me. And then this is from Fran, Let's Eat Cake. And so I like how it is embossed on one side of the cardstock and not on the other. And this is from Fran Trichetta from New Jersey. So it was really fun meeting people from all over during the on stage. And my last card to share for my swap is a birthday card. And I love, again, the stamp set from Perennial Lavender Suite, and the paper. So, and let me see, this is handmade by Lisa Yadamoto. So, again, thank you for all the birthday cards. Thank you for the swap cards. And I hope that you enjoyed the cards in the mail and the swap cards. But now let's go ahead and do some stamping. So everyone at OnStage received this stamp set, Leaf Collection. And it's a cling stamp set. So that means it's going to have a label that we need to put on. So I thought we could do that right now. And don't forget, those of you that put an order in with me through April 11th, I will email you a tutorial bundle with 51 different tutorials. You do need to use this host code. And if your order is $50 or more, I will include a new package of embellishment. They will be current. Okay, so I'm going to move this aside, and this host code will be in the description too. All right, so I'm going to put this on, so I kind of have to look and see, and it looks, you can see this up here, and this is over here, so I have it the correct way. There's different ways of putting these on, but I'm going to go ahead and peel just half off first. Now, if it was a smaller stamp, I would peel it all off. But so for this, I am going to take it. I have this up here, so I am going to go ahead and peel all of this off here, and just throw that piece away, and then bring this in. And I probably should have. Let's see. Okay, so you have a little bit of a. You have the border of the stamp, and then you have a little bit of extra right here. So I do want to put this top of this border right at the top of here, because if I lay it like this, then it's going to fit, and then this will peel off. Okay, so I'm going to turn it this way, and then I'm going to have to get my head probably in the way. And then I'm just going to lay it right on there. And I'm not sure I can do it right on the camera, but I'm going to lay it right down. And I'm going to do it this way, because that was not going to work for me. So I am going to take this, and we're going to place it right in the corner, because I can see the corners. Does that make sense? So and then I can go ahead and peel this other off. You were probably telling me that, weren't you? Turn it over. And I figured it out. I was going to say, like, that was not working. And then we will flatten it out a little bit. And then we will peel this off. And our stamp is ready to use. So let me grab a block. All right, and this is our largest block, and it is block F. And so I'm just going to lay it right like that. Then we're going to turn this over, and we're going to bring in some ink pads. Going to bring in Mossy Meadow, Garden Green. I don't know if I'm going to use Lost Lagoon and maybe Shaded Spruce. So we have Mossy Meadow, Garden Green, Shaded Spruce, and Lost Lagoon. And I am going to grab some sponge daubers, and we're going to add some color to our stamp. And you could also do this with markers also. Or, of course, you could make all the leaves just one color and use one ink pad. All right, let's go ahead and we are going to start with, I'm going to move Lost Lagoon out of the way. I have some sponge daubers. They come, I think, 5 in a package in our catalog. We're going to start with Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to start on the inside and then work my way out. So I'm just going to pick this up. Now we could stamp this and then we could add, but I am just going to do it. I'm going to do it with sponge daubers. Now, again, you could use your ink pad and then you could just go around the edges. So we're using, okay, let's use some Garden Green. And I'm going to kind of go over a couple leaves, so I've used more than one. All right. Then we're going to come back with Shaded Spruce. I'm going to use Shaded Spruce. I don't think we're going to use Lost Lagoon on this. And I have no idea what this is going to come out, because this is the first time I've used this stamp set, so we'll just be surprised together. And I'm just going to add a little bit. All right, shall we see what happens? Okay, I better close this ink pads up or it's going to be a mess. And I have Basic White 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to bring that in, and I think I'm going to, oh, I see that I've missed a spot, so let me get my Shaded Spruce back in here. Okay. Then I'm going to lay this, can you still see? Yes. I'm going to lay this right on here. And I'm just going to put pressure with my ink pad. But let me grab my brayer. This might work great with my brayer. And the reason I didn't turn my stamp over and try to stamp, when I have a large, we call these background stamps, then it seems like it's difficult to get that pressure in the middle. So I think I'm just going to try the brayer, and let's just see how that works. And we'll pick that up. And what do you think? I like it. All right, let's go ahead and lay this aside, and let's make a card. But before we do that, I'm going to bring in my chamois and just bring this chamois to my background stamp to clean it. All right. All right, well, let's see. This is, should we use Garden Green for a card base? Should we use Mossy Meadow? Or we could use Shaded Spruce. Well, maybe you saw because I had the one I chose, and that is, I'm going to bring in Mossy Meadow 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 and scored in half at 4 1/4. And we are going to bring in our linen thread. And we are going to wrap this around. And make a bow. Now, because this stamp set doesn't have any, it's a background stamp set, so there aren't any sentiments, we will be using a stamp set with sentiments. And you can use any sentiment that you have. I'm going to make this a sympathy card. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of working with the linen thread, trying to get my bows to look a little bit better. Kind of just, you can work with those. I'm just going to go ahead and clip that. And I may decide to clip this later. I'm going to bring in my adhesive. And I love our multi-purpose Tombow ink. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to bring that down just a little bit, I think. And you know what? Let's not adhere that yet. Let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment, so then we know exactly where we want to put our linen thread, whether we want to bring it down or bring it up higher. I'm just going to bring in a scrap basic white, and I'm going to be using the Kindest Expressions and with Sympathy. And then I'm going to bring in the same color as our card base. Now you could also, use our Memento Black ink too. So we'll go ahead and ink this up. And we'll stamp that. I'm going to leave this out. I'm going to use that in just a second. And then I'm going to bring in our hexagon punch. And if I stamp this a little bit crooked, you can use your punch to get it lined up correctly. I think I actually stamped it fairly straight. And then I'm going to bring in our Mossy Meadow little sponge dauber. And we are going to add just a little bit of color around our sentiment. If I wanted more ink, I would go like this, but I'm just kind of going on the edge, just to give it a hint of color. All right. Now we can bring this back, and then we can use our placement. And I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. I just love this large leaf right here, so I want most of that to be showing, and I think that'll be fine. And now we will go ahead and some adhesive and line it up. And then let's go ahead and bring some dimensionals in. So I have some dimensionals. I've used all of the middle, but you can definitely, don't throw this away. You can use these. So we will. So we'll put 3 of those right there. And we will add with Sympathy. Get that lined up. And then we'll add some embellishments, but for the inside, I have a basic white layer. This is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and we are going to add that inside, so you can write on it. We'll try to get that right in the middle. And you could also go ahead and stamp part of the leaf from the background stamp on there if you would like. Now let's bring in some embellishments. So I have two choices. I have the Festive Pearls. I think the gold would look really nice with a Sympathy card. We also have these iridescent foil gems that would also be really nice. So either of these two I think would look really awesome. We are going to use, I think we're going to use the gold from the Festive Pearls. And we're going to put one right here. Put one right there. And put one over there. All right, here is our card. Get that out of the way. So here is our Sympathy card, and we used the background stamp that will be in our new upcoming 2024 to 2025 annual catalog. And this our new catalog will go live on May 1st. If you are a customer of mine and have ordered with me in the last year, then I have already ordered catalogs for you. If you would like a catalog from me, go ahead and contact me, and I would be glad to send you a catalog. Don't forget, if you order now through April 11th using my host code, then I will email you a tutorial bundle with 51 card ideas, and a lot of them have videos to go with those. And if your order is 50 or more, I will send you a new current package of embellishments. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would love for you to subscribe by clicking that subscribe button. And I am normally here on Tuesday of each week at 1 p.m. Central. Again, I am Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. Thank you for watching. Choose kindness. Bye for now.